Hey everyone, Matt Gunnupson here. Welcome to another exciting video. Today I have an awesome guest, Cecilia Jacobs, who's one of our digital rock stars. Now, in order to be one of our digital rock stars, you have to have generated at least $10,000 in digital or sales from digital marketing products in a 30-day period. And so this is an elite group of folks, and I just want to welcome you to the interview, Cecilia. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Matt. I'm doing great.
Hey, fantastic. So tell us, what in your last 30 days, what was your sales like just in the last 30 days?
Well, in the last 30 days, it's just been just over 15, close to 16. And then me being from South Africa, that's like an amazingly big amount of money with the conversion rate.
It's amazing. That is truly amazing. Wow. So I mean, that even if 15 or $16,000 in the US for a lot of people is life-changing in a month. And I can't even imagine, what that is over in South Africa. So tell me, obviously this didn't happen overnight, right? You didn't just wake up one day and just start making 15, 16,000 a month. Tell us about the journey and how you got to the point where you're at now.
Okay, so for me, it was basically, I was just really one of those moms that got so fed up with the way things was going in my life. I mean, like after COVID, it was like everything was going downhill, and I got phone calls from my debt collectors more than my mum could ever phone me, and things just got really hectic. So I went to Google one day and I was asking Google, "Hey Google, how can I make some money online?" So Google started giving me these ideas, but the funniest thing was I've never seen things like this on my social media before, right? So once I went to Google, I started suddenly on every social media platform. I had these people popping up telling me how to make an income online. So I came across Michelle. It's about just I'm 10 days short from 1 year, only doing this 1 year now. And in South Africa, I'm actually a multi-millionaire already. So it is like going from there to here in such a short span of time was just, for me, it was mind blowing. So when I came across Michelle, I was actually working 15 hours a day in my salon. And I needed something that was going to be like nooks and crannies of the day. But I've tried things online before and then either gave up because of the tech being too much or gave up because of monthly expenses, which I couldn't afford. So when I came across her and she was speaking about the 2 hour workday, cutting out tech for me, and then no monthly expenses, she had me immediately. But I literally had to fit this into, the nooks and crannies of my day, 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, whenever I could. So it took me about 6 weeks before I started seeing an income. And I know a lot of people goes like literally from launching today and profit within 7 days. But coming from an MLM background and a sales background, we've got a different type of mentality, right? So I neglected to do one of the trainings inside this program. So that's the most important thing is like, plug into the training. So I went into this training and I really focused on it. It's a training where like connecting with your perfect customer. And when I did that, I like literally the next morning woke up to my first sale. And then 2 hours later, the next one, the next day, the next one. And it just started escalating and I just started averaging like daily pay. So I'm also a single mom. And for me, in my mind's eye, I was just looking to make like 10,000 South African rands extra a month. I mean, that's less than $1,000 that I needed in order to change my life on this side, to get out of debt and things like that. But hey, it jumped. I think it was just over $10,000 in my first, 4 weeks later from there. And I was like, what is this magic here? Like, okay, let me try it again. Maybe this was luck. And then the next month again, and the next month again. And I was like literally blown away and I mean, I started as a complete beginner, no tech skills. I didn't know my alt from my enter. I had to ask my teenager to, how do I do my first video on TikTok? I had no clue. But like literally within 3 months, I was completely out of debt. Month four, I was driving a prayer car. So month four, I could replace my prayer car with a safe car. So I no longer needed to pray every time that it would get going or, take me safe from point A to point Z. And then month 5, I literally flipped my zip code. I moved from a very small town where I stayed and couldn't get out of for many years. And I flipped my zip code, moved up to coastline, looking out over the ocean every single day. And that's the one thing I was always like, what would it be like if I could, live by the ocean, go to the beach whenever I want, just do life whenever I wanted to without needing to over save and over budget for everything. And by month 5 in this business, I got to do exactly that. So it's just been one amazing journey, but it took a lot of plugging in and, be on board, plug in, do your part, show up, be consistent, and oh my word, just be coachable. Just be coachable. That I learned from my first 6 weeks.
Oh wow, yeah. Now, yeah. So in your first 6 weeks, you said you didn't get a sale until your 6 week.
Nothing, but I kept on seeing people like coming in today, making money tomorrow, coming in today, making money 3 days
Yeah,
later.
right,
I think like, so what is it that I'm doing wrong? Until
right.
I realized I was just not coachable yet. Just not coachable yet. So in our currency in South Africa, it's between 18 and 20 rands to $1. So by month 7 of doing that, I turned into a millionaire for the first time ever in my life. Ever. It was like, it is magic up until today. This is still magic. And it is just like, and that same celebration that I feel for me when this happens, it's like it's got that joy going into everybody else that gets involved in this, especially mums, because I am a mum and I know what it feels like to miss out on time with your children. So yeah, it's just been one wow.
Yeah, wow. Oh, what that must have been amazing when you had your first sale, right? I mean, when you had your first breakthrough.
And it was a small one, but I nearly jumped through the roof. It was
Yeah,
like, this works. This really, really
yeah,
works. Because
exactly.
things online. Listen, I've tried surveys, I've tried games, I've tried you name it, and I tried it because I was really desperate to make a little bit of extra. So I would spend lots of times on surveys, but then money never got to my PayPal. Or I would spend a lot of time on games and they would, never reach my PayPal. So it's not like I haven't tried to earn dollars and I've put in a lot of hours to do that. But when it was like, I'm literally working 2 hours a day. And yeah, so when that first sale, when I woke up, it was my first one was I woke up to a sale and it was just like, honey, y'all, it works. It really
Yeah,
works.
yeah. Oh, wow. That's so great. Yeah, your story is super, super inspiring for sure. Well, I know you've got, I caught you in the beginning of your day, which is definitely the end of my day. But what I wanted to get from you just a tip. If you had a tip for somebody who was just getting started in this business, what would it be?
You know, one, be extremely, extremely coachable. Listen, we get coached by $1 million coach. She managed to hit that million in 17 months. That's a record time. And if she says 2 steps left, one to the front, just do as she says. Don't be a Cecilia. Don't think you know better and skip certain parts for 6 weeks before you wake up and like literally overnight then start changing your lives. Plug in and take this program as, what, I'm buying this to learn everything there is in order to earn online. If you buy it with the intention to learn, you will flip your life, because that will bring you to the point where you will be coachable, you will be open to to learn, you will be open to mastering because you are there to learn and you want to learn how to work 2 hours a day so that you can get your time back with your family. So just it's not for a lot of people. It actually is kind of like a overnight or over a week or something like that success. It really is very, very powerful, but it is for people that's open to learn. It's not, I don't see, if you don't come into this with the intention to learn and you don't open up yourself to be coachable and you don't really go in on, listen, come with my, I will master a 2 hour work day, because that's what's creating your structure and your flow and then create your income, right? So just be coachable and just buy this program with the intention to learn, because this is, I mean, when I started with this, for example, I came in with 4 income streams and literally overnight it doubled to 8. From there, it was another 2. Within 16 days, I added 2 reoccurring income streams, right? So it's not just, it don't just come in with the idea of a sales mentality, come in with the idea to learn, because if you're going to come in with the intention to learn, you are going to rock your own world. And once you've seen this, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee it.
Wow, I'm starting to see a pattern here I think that was the tip from my last interview as well, is everyone saying
Really?
successful in this is saying plug in and be coachable. So I think I'm starting to see a pattern.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like you say, it's like success leaves clues. Success leaves massive clues.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for jumping on the early part of your morning, even before your morning even started on this interview. Um, well, listen, anybody who's watching, be sure to get in touch with the person who referred this video. And also, I have a link down in the description below for my personal channel as well. And Cecilia, I just want to thank you again so much for taking the time. It has been, yeah, you've blown my mind. You've given me a lot of inspiration, a lot of ideas. So I want to thank you for that.
Oh, it's a big pleasure, Matt. You must sleep well, and then I'm gonna go ahead and have a great day.
Okay, sounds good.